Blimey. Hey.
3, 2, 1. Well, welcome back to Off Topic, episode number 14. I'm Jared. We got Andy with us, and we are joined today by the people's champion, the the judge, jury, executioner of the piss. You can find his stuff all over social media. Mr. Matt Jordan, how you going?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
That's good. How's your weekend?
Well, it started off with a hiss and a roar. I did a gambling stream on Friday night. Came home Friday beers, obviously. And I hit the ground running. Got online. And did basically erase my memory due to the amount of piss I drank on stream. I had to delete the stream afterwards because I don't want Twitch to shut my account down. I didn't win any money. Ended up talking about conspiracy theories and Ricky Gervais. So yesterday, I was in a bit of a state. I don't normally get that hungover. I get hungover, of course, but I'm not normally completely disabled like I was yesterday. And then I had my mother come over. I think she was hoping that maybe if she turned up, I might start cleaning my own house. I broke my vacuum cleaner on purpose, and then went and got a new one today, which...
nice. Did you go Dyson cordless or?
I went Dyson cordless, of course. Got the XDMO model, so saved myself a couple $100.
Yeah.
Welcome to Vac Chat. Yeah. So I got the XDMO, a couple of $100 up. But as I was telling Andy just before, I went down there. I bought it on tick, of course. Realised that the charging cable wasn't there, so I had to go back down to JB Hi-Fi. Get the charging cable, all good. Got home, realised my shirt was inside out.
Oh no!
So made an absolute cunt of myself. I was wondering why the woman was looking at me like she's looking at me a bit skewed. I was wearing my shirt inside out. So
Happens to the best
made
of
a
us.
cunt of yourself, but at least you got a clean house now.
I know, maybe she thought I had a Hollister shirt on or something. I'm pretty sure most of those look inside out. Yeah, a Hardy special. But yeah, that sums up my weekend, and here I am. I'm in West Auckland. I'm wearing a bulletproof vest, and all is well.
Yeah. Oh, where do you?
I'm in Glenfield, North Shore.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Shore boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I live on the shore, but
Yeah, we were schooled on the shore, so
oh yes.
migrated out these. Oh, from out here, but then went to school on the shore.
Which school?
Rosebany.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So Westlake.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say something there, but that would be, you're not allowed to say that word anymore. So,
Uncancelable.
Yeah, I was ranging myself, but I got transferred from Otamoto in Tauranga, so
Oh yeah.
went to 2 high schools.
Fuck. Do you prefer it fucking down those ways? Like, do you see yourself being in
Not
Auckland for
anymore.
good now?
Not anymore. I don't know if you're very familiar with Tauranga. It's fucked. It's worse than Auckland.
Bit of a retirement village or whatever.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like every prick who owned a house in Auckland go, I'm sick of the rat race. We'll go to Tauranga or Papamoa, and then they moved down there and just turned it into Auckland Part 2. And it's like,
Right.
I feel bad for all the locals there because it is a different pace down there. They unfortunately don't get paid very well. It's $10 Tauranga. Like the wages aren't that fucking shit hot. But what it was when I was growing up compared to what it is now, it's a shadow of its former self. So
right.
I don't know. It's a nice place. It's a lovely place. So like it's lovely, and the OGs are great. But yeah, I don't know.
It'd be an all good place to do, say, like social media stuff like that. If you do it when working locally.
Oh yeah. It's just so congested, and people went down there to not only I can live mortgage free, but also I don't want what I have in Auckland, and then they go down there and just kind of complain and turn it into Auckland, and it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
what the fuck's the point, like?
Yeah. Auckland's fucked anyway.
Oh mate,
The amount of traffic.
I'm here. It's definitely fucked.
That's all right, man.
Yeah.
Did you
Safe
play
spot.
footy growing up in
Yeah.
Tauranga?
Yep. Played footy down there, and then came up here, and obviously continued on. Played a bit of club footy, but injured my shoulder, which I've only just had operated on in the last 3 months. So I injured it in maybe 2009, 2010. It took that long for them to finally agree to fix it.
Fucking hell.
ACC?
Yeah, ACC. So, it took a long time, and it took a new injury to get a new new ACC number.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a carry on, but played a bit of footy. Slowly migrated my way to the front row, as a lot of people do.
Nice. I was about to say we're about to you run.
yeah. Started at like kind of 6.
Yep.
Went to 8. Played a bit in lock, and then ended up open side prop.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Did you play at school in the shore?
Yeah, I played at Ring. I played first 15.
Oh yeah, you get
a
couple of few hidings.
Nah, fuck. Well, not really. We never really got that bad, but certainly not a rugby school. They tried their best, but I mean they're good at everything else, just not rugby really. So yeah, as you guys obviously going to Rosa and Westlake. No, I never beat Westlake in the first 15. We beat Rosmini. We normally beat Rosmini once a year when I was there, but we never beat them in the part of the season where it actually mattered.
Yeah.
Finals footy.
Crunch time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so you danced around, fucking played a bit of footy and that, and then once you finished school, you headed out into the big wide world?
Yeah, well, I managed to make it all the way through to 7th form. Didn't get NCA level 1. It was quite an impressive feat, really, according to quite a few teachers and the dean.
Yeah. You in like 5th form classes?
No. I just sat in fucking 7th form classes and didn't do much. Didn't really interest me. I knew a lot of stuff, just nothing relevant to school. Which
streetwise
was a bit of a crux, but so I didn't leave school, although they wanted me to, because I didn't want to go and work. I was like, fuck it. As soon as I leave school, there goes school holidays, and I was like, why the fuck would I do that to myself? I saw some of my mates left in 5th form. They were doing became apprentices and all that kind of shit, and I was like, it just seemed a miserable existence to me to work for the rest of my life. So I just, dragged it out at school as long as possible. Finished school, didn't know what I wanted to do. Not much has changed. Worked. I got a job in a warehouse sending packed shirts to farmers, and like those fucking like $40 button-up like business shirts in a plastic bag. I used to send those out to like farmers in the warehouse and stuff. That was my job, and it was a crash course in being a miserable fucking adult. To be honest, it was fucking horrendous.
It's monotonous.
Oh, it was just like, I can't believe I'm going to do this for the rest of my fucking life. Like, what a shit show this is. Like, who came up with this? Like, work 5 days to get 2 off. Shit, the worst gag I've ever heard.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so I did that for a while. I did that for about a year, and then ended up becoming an apprentice builder, and then recession hit, so I lost my job, and I was out of work for about 2-3 months, which was fucking miserable because you can't you just apply everywhere and no one fucking wants to know about it, because that's what it was in like 08, 09 type thing. And then ended up getting a job at Snow Planet.
Oh, yeah. Was that freshly opened around then? I don't even remember when it opened.
I think I opened in 05 maybe.
Fucking hell.
So I was there about 2009, and then worked my way, became the duty manager of the place, and I worked there for about 3 years, and onwards and upwards. Now I work in the automotive trade as a parts interpreter or a panel rep, so I deal with car accidents and shit. Right. And that's what I do. But, I still work 5 days a week, which, as you guys well know, is fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Must be hard going as well, keeping up with all your online presence and trying to do Twitch streams and things like that. And then
I stream probably at the moment, streaming 4 or 5 nights a week. You sometimes finish, kind of early hours of the morning, like 2 a.m. So, among that and also kind of keeping up appearances with the boys, you can't kind of let your social life
go by the wayside.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to live. Vicariously through a computer.
Yeah.
Although I get a big kick out of social media, not interacting as SPM or just doing other stuff. I troll people and things like that. So I've got quite a few accounts and a few little projects and things that I can never take any credit for, but it's so fucking.
Just a little dopamine hit to yourself.
Oh well, people know who the person is, but they don't know it's me type thing. Like, just doing dumb shit. Like, I'll go on Reddit and just find real fucking weird photos and then like post it in a community group and make a story up about it. And go, I can't, like I'm a member of all these like communities I've never been to. And,
that's the best shit. You see all these fucking old people just going off about shit.
Yeah. So one of my characters is really old. And I found this one, and it's like a fucking turtle through a windshield, like a real turtle.
Yeah,
and I don't even know where the picture's from. And I just posted it. And I was like, I can't believe this has happened. I was, driving under Mangere Bridge or something. Someone's biffed a turtle at my windscreen, and like everyone's like, "That's outrageous! I can't believe it!" And it's just like, fuck, it's so funny. Like,
And then you have another account and report the turtle missing.
I did one where I was pretending to be a renter, and I found a picture of someone had like. They'd got a blender, and they'd obviously like someone had retrofitted it under their sink as a waste disposer. And I was like, need help. I've just moved into this house. I'm just renting it. My waste disposer's clapped out. And everyone's like, that's not a waste disposer, it's a blender. I was like, I don't want to cause any fuss. I've just moved in. And everyone's just like, what the fuck is this going on? Like, that is obviously, it's like just siliconed in. Like, it looks like an absolute pig's ear. And so I'm carrying on like a fuckwit, like just winding all these people up. And then 2 days later, I do a post that I've found some disturbing search categories on my son's computer. And so what I'd done is I'd gone on my computer and I'd searched all these stupid things up. And then the very top one was like, how to run away from home. And then the first one's like, can a boy get a cat pregnant? How to perform an abortion on a cat, and like go on. And it's like, how to get rid of cat's body, how to fix a waste disposer, how to fix a blender. And everyone's like, has your child fucked your cat and put it in the blender? And I was like, I don't know what you're on about. Like, no, I just he's running away from home. Like, people just go off their head, and I'll spend a couple of hours doing that. And
do you make videos about it?
No, but I did a bit of streaming doing it, where I'd actually go in and interact as this person or one of my accounts. The problem is that I don't want to actually get in trouble for it. At one point I was running a fake newspaper, and they got shut down. This is like before like Batuta Advocate and stuff kind of took off, and it wasn't that kind of stuff. It was a little bit more ruthless. Not like cyberbullying or anything. It was just like real, like, and I'm like, I can't say too much because we got shut down by NetSafe, and I'll tell you after stream. But some of the shit was oh man, it's so fucking funny. Like it's so funny writing shit that people get a good kick out of. Like, it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, needless to say, when you get shut down by NetSafe, it's no fun.
What was the average lifespan of it all? Like, do you get a few strikes or anything before you cut, or is it?
Depends how hard you go. You got to be careful. Like, I'm on a Facebook ban personally at the moment because I called someone a good bugger. That was on like one of my videos. What was it? It would have been the last episode I did. I'm on a 30-dayer because I said you're a good bugger. Because someone had bought the merch I was selling, and I said, "Oh, you're a fucking good bugger." And then bang, it was like 30 days, and I appealed it. It let me appeal it. Normally, if you're up to the point of getting 30-day bans, you can't appeal them, but they've changed things a little bit lately for the worse. And I appealed it, and they go, "Actually, we were wrong, but the ban stays." I'm like, I was like, "What?" Like, so they reinstated the comment, but they still left my account on ban. So,
I feel like I've been seeing that a bit lately, especially on Instagram. And that you're seeing people put up stories saying like, "Fuck, they're cracking down, they're chasing me." Like,
oh, it's fucked. Like, a friend of mine. Well, I've got the two brothers, and one of them's disabled, and it was his birthday a couple of weeks ago, and he's physically disabled, and he doesn't get out very much. We take him out, get on the fucking rinse. And he's always wanted to be in an SPM video. Always wanted to, and I'm like, I'm not too certain because I don't want someone fucking giving me a hard time. You know what I mean? And so I was like, fuck it, all right, we'll do it. And the video is just him passing me a pint, and I'm down in the pint, and that's all it was. And that got reported for bullying and harassment. And I was like,
But he's your brother. It's not.
Like he's
you know,
my mate's
it's-
brother, but
oh,
like, but yeah, like
Sorry.
the like yeah, like the he's my mate. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing untoward. And it was just like, who the fuck reported that? Like, so again, I appealed it, and they were like, nah, it's bullying. And I'm like, for fuck's sake. Oh, the VB episode, they got pulled down for hate speech.
Well, confirming out the Aussies. It was just
Oh.
a passing comp. Like,
Yeah. Like, that was hate speech. So yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. So I don't know. I haven't had too much. Actually, I did get done for bullying on Insta the other day because I said some cunt had the haircut of. He looked like fucking Lloyd Christmas out of friggin' Dumb and Dumber. And I was like, get a load of this fucking cunt's bowl cut. And like, they got pulled. But like, I haven't really had much problem on Insta. But it's run by the same company. And the videos that I did that got done on Facebook are still up on Insta. There's no, like,
And owned by the same.
there's no
company.
Well, that's the
doesn't
same.
crossover.
You
Yeah.
post them at the same time.
Right.
Like you post one file across both, and it only got pulled on one. So it's fucking.
It's an older demographic on Facebook, isn't it? So it could be.
I don't know. Yeah,
The
sometimes.
teams behind it all.
Yeah, you like to think. I'd like to think, it's just a shit algorithm or something. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of thinking, someone's out there fucking being a prick and trying to get all my shit taken down.
Yeah.
If they had a problem, they can just inbox me and I'll tell them to fuck off
Yeah.
and do it that way. But yeah, it's a funny old thing, and I'm getting the feeling that a lot of content creators are going further and further away from Facebook at the moment. But
Does it put the shits up you a bit going forward when you're trying to plan ideas and that, and then there's like this overcorrection of everything
Well,
getting reported? Do you have to kind of think about it?
I never think about what I'm saying in any video. Nothing's ever planned. It's just whatever comes out, comes out. Like, I don't write a script. I just, I'll have a couple of ideas and I'll just start going. So it makes it a problem for that, because I'll say something and go, fuck, I can't post that because that's going to get done. Which is a pain in the ass. We live in an age where if someone's got a different opinion than you, you're fucking wrong, and that it shouldn't exist, whether it's politics or anything. So some people think, oh, I don't like that, so it shouldn't exist. Bang, report. And you're like, fuck off. Like, just fuck off. You can literally just hide it forever. Like, you don't. It doesn't ever have to block it. Come up on your feed. Like, you just fucking block it.
You can't just say that's not for me and scroll on past it.
Well, I don't know. Some people just that's their thought process. So like, no one should have to ever like. I don't like this, so no one likes it. That's it. It's the same for people with music. If you don't like a band, you fucking hate them, and it's shit. It doesn't matter whether you like them. I'm going to say it's fucking shit. No, they're shit. And it's like, well, obviously they can't be shit if someone likes them. Like, you're a fuckwit.
Yeah.
Same for comedy, everything. So it's like people are so polarized by what they like and what they don't like that they can't just accept the fact that someone else likes it and move on. Like, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking cockhounds.
There must be a small part of you that think, oh, I must be doing something right. If once you've got people complaining and shit, that you've got a fucking small minority, which usually means you got a bigger one that'll be happy to back you up in that. But I don't know. It's just something, once you got people complaining, you've kind of made it in a way.
Well, yeah. I mean, and you look at the stats of how much positive feedback you get, which you don't even see it as positive feedback. It's there all the time, so you take it for granted. And so when a bad one does come along, you do go like, oh fuck, like, So you kind of you probably got to get a bit of perspective on it, but the way things are going, some of the things that get sent to you, like, you just wish you could fucking hop straight through your phone and fucking kick the guy into the fucking middle of the next week.
It's like 100 good comments.
Yeah.
And then you hear one bad comment, and that's the only thing that you're gonna think about for that
well,
day.
you try and call them out on it, like, not in an aggressive way. Just go, hey man, like, are you having a bad day today? What's the story?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do. Like, they hardly ever expect you to pipe up and say something.
Yeah.
And I've learnt through many probably silly interactions. Like, I never threaten anyone or anything like that. I'll just say something like, fuck off, mate, like, or something like that. But I realise that killing people with kindness is normally the better way to do it.
Put them up the wall a bit more.
Well, yeah, they either go further into the hole of being a fuckwit, or they just button off.
Yeah.
Either or, and no matter which way you like I'm the one that if I have an interaction with someone like through Instagram DM or something, someone can just screenshot that and go, look at how much of a cunt this guy is, and it's like it happened to someone. What's his name? He's a comedian. Corey Gonzalez, is it? Mercure Gonzalez. Like he's like lost all of his contract with TV3 for that exact thing. So, some guy fucking went off his tits at him, and the guy Corey even admitted, he goes, man, I fucking went way over the line. Like he said he was gonna fucking go around to his house and kick him in the head, and then meet him in a park, and he just got so angry at this guy. He was like a Trump supporter or something. Yeah, you know. He was like, that was the crux of the argument. He was a Trump supporter, and he just fucking told this guy fuck off basically, and then that guy screenshotted it and sent it to like Discovery or TV3, you know, and got him sacked off 7 days and everything. You know,
that's like ruining someone's like life.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, and like, you know, he admits like, oh fuck, I went way too far. I should have just left it. But also like, TV3 and Discovery took the side of the Trump support, like not saying anything wrong. I don't care who you vote for or anything, but what the guy was saying was like, it was something to do with racist comments or something, and that's why he got so fucking wound up about it. But you know, like it's kind of it's a funny old industry, but it is what it is, and you can't do anything about it. You just got to play the game. Yeah, make the best content you can make, and if you make a mistake, then you know,
that's your cross to bear.
Exactly. Chaz Michaels, I believe, said that. Famous figure skater. Yeah.
I suppose delving into the SPM stuff, how did that come about? Was it something that you?
It was kind of by happen chance, really. So when I left one job, left Stone Planet, and I got a big payout because I didn't take a holiday in 3 years.
Fuck me.
So
why? Man's a hard worker.
Because I lost my job before, and I was so fucking cacked in the head. I was like, fuck, I don't want to get sacked, because at the time it was like, you know, someone with no NCA or anything, you lose your fucking job. It's like, what the fuck's this guy good for? Is he a doorstop or something? Like, what do you use him for? Fucking bookend. So I was real paz, and it was a seasonal job, and they only keep a few people on during the summer. Like, there's fucking skeleton crews. So, you know, I got there, I fucking worked like fuck. And so I left there, I got a big payout, went to a lower paying job, less hours, etc. And I ended up buying my first house. And so I was just as I was turning 24. And I didn't have any money ever. Like, because I was just paying my mortgage was like fucking horrendous. I got a second job, cleaning. So I was working these two jobs, and basically I was stressed to the max. And the one day I always fucking, you know, I'd end up not doing much over the weekend, and Monday would come along, and whatever money I had left on Monday, because payday was Tuesday, I could go and buy a box of piss, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'd go down to the bottle shop, and some weeks I'd have $10, some weeks I'd have, you know, $30 type thing. So you're trying to get biggest bang for your buck. Yeah. Just like you were in high school where you're buying a 12 box of DB bitters for $10 or whatever. Yeah. So it turned into a bit of a sideshow for some of the guys. Like, oh, what'd you get this week? You know, what'd you get this week? And so I started, I'll start reviewing it for the boys on my personal Facebook account. Yeah. And that's kind of where it started, and it went from like a write-up to a write-up and a video, and then it just kind of snowballed. And then there was a point where on my personal Facebook account I was getting like 1,000 views, and I didn't even have 1,000 friends. I was like, where the fuck are all these views coming from? So, you know, I obviously started the page up, and it kind of just went from there, really.
Fucking hell. So it was you done everything, and it was up on the Monday? That was all in one... Oh, yeah, fuck. So, no, I'd go to the bottle store straight after work, get whatever I was going to get. Don't plan anything. Just get it, go home, get someone to record it, and I just upload it straight. I've never edited any of my videos. Oh, yeah. I used to put an intro in them, and that was it. I think I made it edited one or two just because
of something that happened after filming, like I'd fucking spewed all over the floor, or I don't know, something like that, you know. But it's all just straight. I've never filmed on anything other than a phone.
Yeah.
Everything's filmed on a phone. Although I've actually got 2 very good cameras, which I've never used, which I got for doing my own podcast. I've never used them, like 2 Canon 200Ds or whatever.
Yeah,
That's sit in my closet. I'm like, I don't even know why I don't even know how to use them, to be honest. But no, that's kind of, it went from kind of a bit of a sideshow for the boys to what it is today, where now it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a stall. It's kind of like, you know, you want to take something further, but you know, I'm in a bit of a no man's land. I've got none of the perks of being an influencer and all the problems of one.
You pigeonhole yourself a bit.
Yeah. So like, you know, I'm fucked for getting like a real, you know, like I could never get a job on a radio or anything. Like I'm like fucking fucked in that respect. And a lot of other things, like I could never go like legitimate because of the you know, negative press of beer and binge drinking and things like that. So I'm kind of you know, the Twitch thing's fun. It's a good thing, but yeah, it's weird. Like you kind of like, I want to keep going, but I've just got to figure out the nuts and bolts of it.
Well, that was what I was going to ask you. Was when you started it, like once you started getting those views and that from all the people that weren't your friends, did you have an idea of what your ceiling was or success, and how's that kind of changed as you've watched it grow?
Well, when I first started the page, I was like absolutely reading every stat that would come out. I was obsessed with trying to make it bigger and better and more entertaining and stuff. And the longer I went on, the less of a fuck I gave about it, to be honest, which has been better because the least I kind of micromanaged my own kind of thing, the better response I got. So I never really, it was kind of like a ship without a captain the whole time, because it was just like, oh, well, I'll do another one this week. And then it got to the point where one of the guys were like, when are you going to fucking stop? Like, because you just, every week without missing a week, you would do it. And it did get to the point where I was like, fuck, where am I going with this? You know, like, you know, and yeah, so that's why I kind of only do an episode every now and again when I'm not on Facebook ban. But it is something I'm still working on, I guess.
Well, you've got the character in that, so you say you got the equipment and everything. You know you've got the follower base to go into something like that. It's just somewhere where you need to redirect the energy. You know that the fan base will follow all your comments and everything. Everyone seems pretty loyal to you with...
Well, it's just trying to find a vehicle for it, you know? Like... whether it be something like doing a podcast or doing, like I did those videos down the line for that festival where I go down
the crowd work,
and like that's fucking fun. But also getting organisers or event organisers to allow you to do that is not that easy, especially when you've got some fucking crazy shit going on and they're like, well, we don't really want that side of our festival being shown. So that stuff's really fun. And I honestly that's probably some of the only videos I watch where I actually laugh at of my own content, because obviously you never find your own shit that interesting. But I never even watch any of, pretty much 99% of all my videos I've never even watched. I don't watch the videos at all. But yeah, those ones there, they're fucking quite funny, because I didn't do any of the editing. That was all done by a company called Momac, who the guy hires and he does the whole video, and it's a fucking good time. So that is a niche I'd like to get into. But yeah, also, and me and Joe Damon actually almost did a project similar to that, where we walk around Auckland and interview people in town, and then kind of lockdown hit, he took off big time, and also it started to be really popular in other countries, and I was like, fuck, I've kind of missed the boat on it. Like,
I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
Well, we actually went to town once, and Joe was too scared. Like, he's I can't do it. I can't do it. And I was like, what? Like, you get up in front of like fucking thousands of people and do stand up, and people like heckle the shit out of you, but you can't walk up to randoms on K Road. But Yeah, I mean, you're always about 2 minutes away from being bloody coward punched on K Road anyway, so I can kind of understand maybe. But yeah, I don't know. We had a good name for it. We had heaps of shit set up. We've got all the equipment, got all the mics. I just can't remember what we're going to call it, but might come back. Who knows?
Yeah, I was going to say there's still. I mean, I think, like I said, people will watch. I mean, especially he's like you said, he's taken off and everything.
He's the fucking man.
He is. Yeah, we've talked to Joe on Instagram and would like to get him on the show. And
he's a fucking good cunt.
Yeah,
he was the first podcast I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
His podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
That was the first podcast I ever did. Like, he was running it out of his flat in his garage. No shit.
Here we are.
No shit. And he had like a couple of couches, and I think he'd done like maybe a couple of stand-up shows.
Yeah.
He was new to the game. He'd been doing it maybe 8 months, I think. I don't know. And he contacted me probably on Facebook, I think. I can't remember. And I turned up to his house out in Epsom, and we did it. And after that, we actually did another one, which never saw the light of day. He interviewed Max Key.
Oh,
yeah.
And Max Key's agent didn't let it see the light of day because I was like, fuck, marry, kill Jacinda Ardern, Helen Clark, Jenny Shipley. And it was just like, and he's just like, oh, fuck. I was like, literally,
Do you remember the answers?
Literally, he just no, like Joe's like, okay, record, we're live, and I was just like, fuck, marry, kill, like straight away. And he's just like, because he was like, no talking about where I work, no, like all this kind of shit, all these rules. Yeah. And then it was like, first thing I was like, bang, like just to be I was just having a gag. I wasn't serious. Yeah. But he was I mean, a lot of people, he's got a bad rap. He was a fucking good cunt. He was actually a real good sport Max Key.
Yeah. I would have heard it all at this point.
Oh, well, he was honestly, like, it was a really good interview. It sucked that it never got to see the light of day, because he covered a lot of stuff that he did a post recently for his birthday, I think, and kind of covered a few things that he covered. This is like probably 3-4 years ago. And he's like, oh, like, you make one fuck up and the whole world knows about it, and like, that's the whole thing. Like, it doesn't count all the other. It was really, really good, but yeah, unfortunately, his agent or his manager didn't agree. So, but it was humble beginnings. So yeah, you never know. I mean, not that you guys probably want to do stand up, but
no, I don't think I have the fucking chops for it. Like that's
yeah, no.
I shit myself if I was in front of a crowd or anything.
Mate, I'd never heckle anyone, but I don't even know what I'd say if I was on stage. I'd probably say something way over the top or just nothing, but someone said something to me, I'd be like, mate, why don't you fucking go fuck your own dad, cunt, or something.
Yeah.
Like, just like something ridiculous.
I think Shooter Williamson fucking clocked someone like...
he kicked a guy in the face, I think.
Yeah.
Did he kick someone in the face? And then someone punched him in the face.
Yeah, that was it.
So someone punched him in the face, but another time, like a couple of weeks earlier before that, he like spat on someone, or I can't remember who did something, but like, I mean, his tagline is the loosest Aussie bloke. I mean,
yeah.
If I went to his gig, I would be hidden in the back. I would not want to be up front, because you're just going to get it fucking both barrels. Like,
yeah.
That's what he's there to do, and that's what. If you don't like it, I mean, you obviously haven't seen his content, but yeah, some guy spat a dummy at him, went up on stage and punched him in the face, and then he was egging him on to do it even more. But yeah, he's been in the press for quite a few things lately.
Me. I saw it. Yeah, actually, I probably might.
Yeah. I wouldn't go down that track. I've seen some interesting articles, but anyway, hey.
Yeah. So when you were filming on the Monday, I'm assuming Monday was just you'd had a Monday to Friday. Oh, were you working 7 days then?
No. When I started, I was working between 5 and 6 days a week. So
right. But
I always had work on Tuesday.
Was there ever a Monday where you just didn't feel like doing it, but you knew that you'd get into the rhythm of I need to put something out? Or
Yeah, all the time. Like, just go, oh, fuck this. Especially if you had a big weekend.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, this is the last thing I want to do. Yeah. And I get like that more and more. But then saying that, sometimes, and it's not, I think, I don't know whether it's like I really don't feel like drinking or something like that, or that the fact that got no inspiration of like, fuck, where am I going to pull this one out of?
Yeah.
But saying that, some of the best videos have come from something like that where I've just been, I can't be fucked, and then bang, just something, you end up saying something. Like most of the things that people say back to me are things that I didn't plan on saying. I just said it, and then it's turned into a saying, and they're like, oh man, me and my mates say that all the time, and it's like,
I was going to say the ad libs. I've always wondered that if they're thought out or if they're because they're fucking like, are they just off the top?
they're just there's nothing that's planned.
That quick reaction when either like fucking just having this yak or something like that. It's always something funny, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's nothing's planned, but yeah, the things that seem to resonate with people the most are the things I think about the least. So,
do you have a favorite SPM? Like a favorite one?
I mean, the favorite's probably one of the only ones I've actually watched back would be the Bloody Mary, which seems to be a lot of people's favorite. Yeah, that one was probably one of the first ones I filmed where I fucked up and I just put it up anyway, because there's so many on the cutting room floor of like, I fucked this up, I fucked that up. Not many times would I finish the drink and do it again, thankfully, because that would just be fucking horrendous.
Yeah,
but,
so if you fuck one up, do you then do take two, or you just like fuck it, upload it, just?
That's what I kind of do now.
Until next Monday.
I pretty much that's what I do now, and if I fuck it up, it's just part of it, and that was part of like, I used to fucking look everything, critique everything, and then it got to the point where I was like, oh fuck it, who cares? Like, it's a fuck up. Like, it's just as normal as another one. Like, at least it's not some engineered fake video of what like half of the shit that's out there. Oh. Like if whatever's on there, it fucking happened. You know what I mean? Like, there's no.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Are you ending up fucking like once you've filmed it and you've taken it all in there? Are you like 3 sheets to the wind? Like, what's your Monday night like after that?
Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Normally you just end up turning into a bit of a microwave. You just sit and spin on the couch. You get really hot. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like you just when you drink and your face goes all red. Like that's kind of what happens after drinking that much piss really quickly.
Yeah.
And I normally just start smashing water. If I'm in the mood, I'll fucking keep going, which is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Depending if someone's there. If I'm not home alone, then I'm not going to sit there smashing piss like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
But if some of the boys are over, which seldom on a Monday, half the battle is actually getting someone to come over and film it, because I live alone. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I normally try and get some dinner in me, get some water in me, and start doing damage control so that I'm not fucked for Tuesday for work in the morning.
A bottle of Fireball for the fucking.
Oh yeah, I was pretty. That was pretty bad. Obviously, I spewed a lot of that out.
Yeah.
Pull any Tuesday sickies?
Never.
Never.
Once.
Fucking
Not once.
Man. What a trooper.
Even there's a guy who works quite close, like next to me. He's worked where I work now, the entire time, and he's. I wouldn't say he's my harshest critic, but he's pretty black and white. You know what I mean? And he's like, even he says like, there's one thing at least it doesn't matter. He's like, I've never even noticed that you've been hungover, and you've never been late on a Tuesday and never not turned up to work. And I'd never do a video and then not turn up to work on Tuesday. Like, what a fuckwit.
Yeah.
Like, what a dickhead. Like, what kind of...
Yeah.
Sorry,
boss, I got the shits.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Yeah, man. I work in like a team environment type thing. So, yeah, that's a fuckwit's move. But, yeah. No, it's... Certainly, I've had some hard Tuesdays.
With looking to move forward in that, obviously you had like the Danger Lung. I know Bloke in a Bar is doing that. Have you ever looked into is that something, or is that one of those things where there's a lot of hoops to jump through? And
I could do it tomorrow, but I'd be shut down pretty quickly.
Because brewing your own beer, you shut down.
Yeah, because like promoting it on my page is
right,
like highly, it'd be illegal basically because of like the association with binge drinking.
Is that something that you've copped before? Like, have you copped any?
No. I've always been pretty careful with it because my mate works at the brewery, so I know most of the rules. I'm pretty familiar with them. I had an iced tea company for a while, and when I was going to go into alcoholic iced tea, which still hasn't really been done that much. But
do you kick yourself when you're like, there's nothing out there?
Oh, well, it's like I'd have to have someone else do it, and then I'll just promote it and be like some kind of silent. Well, it's fucked. Like, it's fucked. No matter which way I cut it, it'd be deemed illegal some way, so it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah.
The Danger Zaga thing, that was all no financial, like I never got paid for anything. I'd go down and buy the beers for that exact reason. Like, if I wanted to promote it, I'd go down and buy the beers, and it's your mate's business. You try and promote your mate's business when you can.
Yeah.
Not that it needed my help much, to be honest, but there's a lot of red tape, and the punishment for it is just fucking horrendous. That's why there are some brands out there that do stuff, and I look at it and I go, fuck. Yeah. Like, not big brands. None of the big brands do it. It's a small independent shit that starts up in New Zealand, and you're like, holy shit, man, this cunt's in for a fucking rocket. If anyone collapses onto what's going on there, like, especially, I'm not going to obviously say anything or say anything in particular, but in the last kind of year, and there's been 2 brands. I'm off the top of my head, I'm like, holy shit! If someone decided to take that to task, I mean, even like, was it Heineken or someone? Might have even been Asahi Lion Red type thing. They had like Kieran Reid in an ad, and a few other people in an ad promoting that it was zero sugar.
Right.
It must have been this, because this has got zero sugar written on it. 99%. It might have been this. I can't remember. And the ad got pulled because you're not allowed to use famous people, like influential people, to promote a beer, because then young people who want to be an All Black see it and go, oh, he drinks Lion Red, I want to drink Lion Red. You know what I mean? But that's how fucking anal it is.
But then you get big companies like Heineken that sponsor like the Champions League football and all that. So their main sponsors are sporting events.
Yeah, and you know what would happen if Piss pulled out of fucking sponsoring shit?
Especially in New Zealand.
They'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be so fucked. It's not even funny. Like, they're not even allowed to have naming rights on stadiums and shit anymore. Like, there used to be a softball park with I'm pretty sure it had Lion Red Park. And it's just like, like they did it to cigarettes. And I mean, I don't know. I think if people are going to, a child's going to be influenced by anyone, it's going to be the people that are fucking raising them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if fucking Richie McCaw went on like, I like getting fucked up the ass, and like 10-year-old me looks at me and go, oh, that sounds like a good time. Like, I'm fuck off. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, if you don't like beer, you don't like it. There's heaps of dudes who don't like beer. There's heaps of dudes who don't smoke, and they're it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Do you think that the anything? Plus, you see it so much now. All these RTDs that are coming out, and that. Yeah, they don't have people promoting that, but it has to be the zero sugar. It has to be clean, green, environment friendly, and all of that. Is that because you get something like a fucking purple goanna or something where it was just like fucking liquid purple
in a can.
Yeah, and
stained your guts.
Yeah, and then
you think they have to be clean and green now? Like,
man, like, I mean, people will probably take better care of them. Well, a certain percentage of people, the percentage of people. Take better care of themselves now. I think what they've kind of got right a little bit is that they don't taste like total fucking shit anymore. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying that. Like, there are a couple out there that it's like it doesn't taste too bad, but what they have managed to do is kind of completely mask the taste of alcohol. So that's like the crux of fucking all that, because like all of those zero sugar ones, you normally taste it and go, oh fuck, there's a hint of paint stripper in that, like, you know what I mean? Whereas like what they used to do was just mask everything with sugar, but then it used to, more sugar you have, then kind of some of those ones would just fucking give you such bad hangovers and it give you either, it could be the shits or whatever, but I don't know. It's also there's obviously a huge aesthetic factor to all those drinks now. It's not even like
buy a drink, save a dolphin.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's like, I can tag it on my Instagram. They'll put me on my story. Like, like, cool. I'm gonna like, I'm on their story. Like, fucking good for you, mate. Like, what's it? All right, and then there's like 2 hours before you fucking shit the bed. Good stuff. Yeah. But I think there's very much the in thing. And there's a couple of brands that have done it really well, and they've fucking nailed it, to be honest. The game in all of piss is basically quantity. You've got to sell a large quantity. Like there's huge amount of tax involved. So like I think on like a 12 box of normal beer, I think you pay like between $6 and $8 just to like pay to put it in the bottle. So that's not. You're paying the government to bottle it, basically.
Yeah, you got to fucking be churning it out to get a little bit in your back
so
pocket.
you're making, I think, a lot of beers, like a lot of smaller batch beers, they'll make like maybe $2 a box.
Fuck.
So like all these guys, so like the term craft beer is probably not the right term for what it is. Like a craft beer is a beer that's brewed over kind of 4 weeks naturally, and it's not brewed in a large amount. It doesn't mean that it tastes like fucking shit or it's going to blow your head off, although I'm going to use the term craft beers when I have a shit beer. If it's a shit beer, it's a fucking crafty shit box.
Yeah.
But like
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the mate.
But like Danger's Lager is a craft beer. You
Yeah.
know, it was brewed naturally over the 4 weeks, no chemically sped up process, and it wasn't brewed in a huge batch. But it was like just a lager. It was just a normal beer. Some people liked it, some people didn't. The first batch of it was really fruity. They had to fucking wind it all the way down to get it right. And they were still tweaking with it before it ended. Like it wasn't finished its final form, I guess you could say. This stuff here is brewed over a week.
Yeah.
Because it's, all chemically sped up. So they're pumping out such large amounts that, they're just selling it on such a high scale that they're going to be making money. And all of those RTDs and stuff, they can make that straight away. Like that's just fucking straight alcohol with flavoring in it and soda water. You know what I mean? Like so, you do it right. You pay your taxes and everything. I mean, you've got a good image. You can get like influential people to drink it. It just once it's out there, and then a big brewery will come along and offer you a whole lot of cash for it.
Yeah, sell up.
And then you go, fucking like those Rhino boys, that's what they did.
Yeah.
And they fucking made fucking shitloads.
Well, I swear every time you go down to the piss store now, there's another bloody RTD that's offering something. Anyway, they seem to just be popping up fucking...
And another promo girl with a shot of it going, hey, try this one this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like, there's not too much point of difference between like 90% of them, and then there's the 10% that do it really well and they've got the market share. But yeah, there's a lot that there's a lot. I mean, I can see those. I don't know if you guys follow those Nelk boys.
Yeah,
they're doing
Happy Dad.
Yeah, that thing. Like, I mean, they literally didn't have to do a fucking thing. Over there, obviously, the laws are different.
Yeah.
So they can make their own piss and sell it. Like, no one's gonna. You can promote it any way you fucking want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw fucking
land of the free.
Yeah.
Home of the brave.
I saw Dana White fucking posted a video yesterday.
Well, he's got his own piss as well.
Yeah, the fucking howler head.
Yeah.
But he was wearing a fucking Happy Dad shirt in it, and then I know they're in fucking cahoots. So,
yeah. That's thick as thieves.
Yeah.
And like Trump and stuff. It's fucking what a weird if you could fucking put people in a room together, like who do you think would be mates with one another? You'd never pick Nelk boys. I watch a bit of Steve on Twitch because he does what I'm doing.
Yeah, he does it on the Ruby.
Yeah, but he just gets like free money, and it's just. It's just free money, and like how he makes his money off. He must be making so much fucking money.
Well, they make no money off YouTube or anything. That's all.
No, it's all demonetized because of the content. Yeah,
but he gives out like
he's giving away fucking cars or whatever.
Every episode
yeah, no, mate. If you knew so there's quite a few streamers on Rubet.
Yeah,
and most of their money
away all my Bitcoin on Rubet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's crypto capable. Yeah, that's a tricky one. So their affiliate link is where they make their money. There's another guy called Exposed, and he gets like 10,000, 15,000 people watching him in one time, which is huge numbers for Twitch.
Yeah,
like I struggle to get like 1,000, and 1,000's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
like normally I'm between 250 and 800.
Yeah.
Mate, like Steve will be operating between 3,000 and 8,000 people.
Holy
and
shit.
everyone in there, they use the affiliate link to sign up. They get like 40% of those cunts' losses.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, you think about you signing people up to a casino and you're getting a percentage of their losses. You can
playing with house money.
It's just, and they're not playing with their own money to fucking gamble.
Yeah.
Nah.
So it's like, and then he's also getting money from Twitch. Like, I don't know how much, and he's got a sub his Twitch account is subscriber only chat, so you can have to sub to him to talk to him in his chat. And Exposed isn't like that. But Exposed has 3 times the amount that Steve has viewing, and the same deal, same casino. So that's just one part of his revenue stream, and then you've got all of them splitting that money from Happy Dad, which is selling out left, right, and centre.
Riots every time they can't show up to a friggin' opening anymore.
Well, you think they don't have any of the laws over here for producing it either, right? So they don't have alcohol tax like they have here. So they're probably making it in some fucking industrial fucking outfit, just pumping that shit out. They'd be making fucking millions. It'd be mental.
And then anyone else that they come across, I know he's good mates with 6ix9ine and all that, and they just promote it as well and
get people talking again.
Yeah, and you're not even allowed to say pedo or anything when he's on his stream. Don't ask me how I know that. Isn't that statutory rapist? Fuck, people forget shit quickly, eh? Yeah. Same for fucking, what's her name? What's that?
That's what I saw. Sean O'Malley fucking got a 6ix9ine tattoo on his shoulder. He got called out for it straight away. Everyone was like, "Who are you? What does that say about you if you're rocking around?"
Made homemade porn an underage girl. How more disgusting can you fucking be? For fuck's sake. Saying that, none of those guys. I always worry about my own image. To not that I consider myself someone to look up to by any means, and I don't think anyone is, but. With their platform, fuck, you do kind of worry. You're like, fuck.
Oh, they've got any frat guy or whatever. They just follow them blindly into battle.
Oh, I know, man. They just you will just read the when you're in this stream. If anyone has Twitch, very hard to explain Twitch if you've never been there. It's the most fucking bizarre, and I'm still red, man. It's a fucking bizarre setup. Yeah, people just. It's like a complete community that if you don't know anything about it, it's the most foreign fucking concept. But you read some of these dudes' comments and how devoted they are. Yeah. But they just want Twitch in particular because Twitch is say your favorite show's Friends, but you can make a comment and then Ross Geller's gonna fucking talk to you. Yeah. It's the same. It's like cracked people. So when they've got this guy that they see on Instagram and all this stuff. And they go, oh, fuck, Steve's there. I can pay a little extra money, and he's going to read my comment out. It's fucking insane. It's fucked.
Just to get noticed. You can't say words like simp and things like that. Nah. That's all blocked.
Tell you one word, which I shouldn't use, but I'm not going to say the word. But it's a nasty habit, and it's to describe a pile of sticks. I say that word not towards anyone, and I shouldn't say it, but I said that and got I stream on my own account and then a communal one for a bunch of us, and I got that shut down for 7 days because I just said it off the cuff. I was talking about something in the game, and I was like, oh my god, you got to be so careful. But then there are chicks with half their friggin' asses hanging out, in hot tub streams. It's just like.
Oh, it happened to an NBA player from Portland. He said fucking anti-Semitic thing on a stream, and then. He's out of the NBA. He's not around anymore. Yeah. I know. There's been instances of guys saying stuff like that, or even someone in the chat can say stuff and get you in trouble. Yeah. Because you've got moderators, which is another thing that fucking blows my mind. There are people who their hobby is being a moderator on a channel, and there's no financial reward. That's just their life. Yeah. I'm a mod on 3 channels. And it's I know both my mods quite well. I've never met them in real life, but I talk to them a lot outside of Twitch, and it's something I just fucking can't believe it. But they have to sit there and monitor these people because if they say something, anything racist, anyone in the chat says something racist or anti-Semitic or homophobic or any type of abuse, man, it can actually get your stream shut down. And it's they're like, no, that's your community. You're in charge of it. Yeah. And you're like, fuck, now I've got 1,000 people I've got to fucking monitor. And they can abuse the shit out of me as much as they want. You can't even ban someone. You can shut them up so they can't talk, but they can still watch you. It's would you consider going into a gaming, I know, a GTA role playing or something like that?
Well, I've got something in the works. Well, it's not a secret or anything. Because I'm doing... So I've got a PlayStation. I've got a couple of PlayStation 5s. I'm going to give one away on the stream at some point. But I was going to do because you can get an Elgato capture card and play through the PC. Yeah. But I've ordered a new PC play it, because the PC I've got is just fucking real basic. But I've got like 2 of my mates do a lot of it, and it is so fucking funny. I don't know if you follow much of it. It is. It's fucking hilarious, man. It is so funny, and it's crazy that people like take it so seriously.
That's what I was going to say. The cunts that are working in a burger shop and that, and they're doing a shift. Do they leave work and then
they sit there and flip fucking burgers? Or like paramedics.
Yeah,
and they're like, I'm just going to move your knee. Like, how does that feel? And like the guys I know who are playing, they're like, oh, it's okay. And I'm like, what are you fucking doing? Like, you can't feel anything. He's like, I know, but you've got to kind of stick in character. I'm like, this is like the Matrix, but in reverse. Like, this is like a shit version of the Matrix, and you're not Neo. You're like, you're a fuckwit. Like, you're a fucking idiot. But like,
so I remember watching a string and someone was a cop or something, and then they couldn't. He's like, oh no, we didn't question him properly. We didn't read through the rights properly. We have to let him go. And I was like, fuck, are you serious? Like, is that?
Oh, it's, and like the thing is, like, you're being monitored a lot as well. Like the admin for the wherever you are, the server. Oh man, like some of the shit, like, but also you do get like quite realistic things like, hey man, I just saw a guy over there run a guy over. You tell you'll tell the cop that, and we go, whereabouts over there? Like, oh yeah, I'll go check that out. Like, don't really want to go over there. But man, some of it is just bizarre. It's fucking bizarre, man. Like my mate, he's a cabbie in it, and he goes to this place, steals all this weed, and then sells it to the passengers. That's like, he's like a mobile fucking black market, you know. And that's like his little shtick. Like he's like, yeah, that's what I do. It's just some of the shit, man. Is I didn't actually realize they were talking to real people for a long time. I was like, is it another person? Like, they're like, yeah, it's not a robot. I'm like,
that's what I talked to someone, because I was like, I'd be keen to give this a go and that, and then someone was like, all right, you need to take time, go back, write a backstory for your character. You need to fucking.
There's all these like keys of like, if you want to know the answer to something, like if you want to know how long they've played the game, you've got to be like, oh, so how long have you been in the city?
Yeah,
like you can't just go, how long have you been playing the game for?
No,
you're not allowed
break
to
that fourth wall.
Real, you're not allowed to break that wall. You gotta. Oh, it's Twilight Zone shit. Like, even like 5 years ago, you told someone that, hey man, we're gonna fucking create a game where you're gonna fucking flip burgers and you're not allowed to break character. And
the
like,
game's been out for fucking like 6 or 7 years or something, and it's just getting this new life with this. Like in the last year or two, it's still one of the most streamed games on Twitch. Yeah,
well, mate, until like probably a month ago, my mate Johan, he lives in Adelaide, he started playing it, and I was just like, what is this? And then like the game we've been playing now, because he's streaming it, is that we've been getting other people we know to create characters and go into that server, and they and then he doesn't know it's them, and just fuck with him, like be like, hey man, or like we got one guy that dressed exactly the same get up as him, but like different, like, you know, different skin tone and everything like that. And he's got like these fucking horrendous Supreme pants, like it's part of a gag. And he's like, hey man, this. And he puts on that. He's got like a fucking voice changer. Hey man, nice pants, eh? Like, hey, nice pants. And he's like, hey, what? Hey, well, fucking back off! Like, what the fuck? Like, and it's just like, it's fucking funny as fuck, man.
Some content there for you, man.
Yeah, but you got to be careful on it, man. You can get booted pretty quickly. Even if you're if you go in there and actually try and play GTA like the way I know how to play GTA.
Yeah, no, you can't break any road rules. There's a whole lot. Because it takes a certain amount of time to get whitelisted to even get into that server.
Yeah. But my mate just goes around asking people for money all the time. It's all he does. He's like, oh, man, can I have 100K? They're all like, what the fuck? Fuck off. But, yeah, it'll tell you how many cops are in the server. And, like, you can't rob places when there isn't enough cops.
Yeah, like sign up as a cop. Like if you're like coming into the, you'll be like, all right.
You can pick a profession, and I'm pretty sure. But yeah, hopefully I have in theory I should have a computer at the end of the week, but we'll see what happens. And try to get a bit of that going. But between that and the other thing that I do a lot of it is I just sit there and just I've got like all these books on conspiracies. Yeah. And like I'm not a believer in conspiracies, but I'm thoroughly entertained by them. Yeah. And I just go through and read them and we just talk about them for a bit. Like some of them are just but it's just finding that niche. Yeah. You know.
I'd say once you got your shtick. And then
yeah, exactly. I mean, even if I ended up finally getting around to doing a podcast, I'd probably try and stream it live.
Yeah.
That's cool. On Twitch as well. But
That's what
that would be a bit
did
difficult.
Aiden Ross or something. He did something
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put your foot in it.
If you say something or do something.
It's also like, I'll tell you the one thing I've noticed is that if you don't interact with your audience, then you don't go very well.
yeah,
Right.
So, and I've noticed this with there's a couple of other New Zealand-based influencers that have got followings 50 times larger than me, and they've got audiences half as big because they're playing games and they can't interact with people.
right.
It's because they're playing a game that you're just like fucking, Modern Warfare or
Yeah,
something to that effect or something. So
yeah,
they can't talk to people all the time. And if you're not getting any type of acknowledgement or think you're not going to get any acknowledgement, they don't stick around.
yeah,
Yeah, they you need to constantly be, and then running polls and running things that keep an engaged audience. Give them a little bit of control as well. Like, you can have a wheel up for like, hey, where are we going to, if I'm playing slots, where are we going to go next? We'll fucking put it on the wheel or do a poll and just engage people. But when you don't have that kind of, if the audience aren't getting anything out of it, they don't. They'll come in and they'll go out and they'll come in and go out. You kind of want to stick them there. So
make it somewhat personable for the person that's taking it in.
Yeah, you've literally got to create a community where people feel like they're being included. So that's quite gratifying though. That seeing that, so well, at least I've got enough people watching that. These guys have got reach to draw. I don't really advertise that much, and I'm on Twitch. But it's something's going right.
Yeah. You follow much footy?
I to be honest, on as far as union goes at the moment, I've kind of switched off a bit. But league? I follow quite religiously.
Yep.
Yeah. Trying to get into the Olympics at the moment. To watch it, I mean,
even not fucking started.
I didn't know it.
I watched a bit of women's football last night.
Yeah.
Women's football.
We got
soccer.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it was New Zealand versus USA.
Say less.
I almost made a post about it last night, and I didn't want to be accused of being a sexist pig.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the quality of sport. It was more the assistant referee.
Oh yeah.
Was
good looking lady.
Mate. Yeah. Honestly, absolute fucking stunner. She had a like a Russian name. She had a Russian name, and I kept hearing it. And I kept fucking it up, trying to find it on Instagram. Found it on Instagram, and that's why I was gonna trying to get people to watch the sport. Say like, hey man, it's New Zealand versus USA, women's soccer. This is the fucking linesman. Fucking check it out. But yeah, it was on like 11:30 last night. But I follow league religiously. I run a punting group on.
You didn't catch the fucking last game last night?
I did watch it.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it start to finish. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. In the fact that I didn't think we were going to get beaten that badly.
60.
No,
we did score some points, but yeah. Mate. We could run an entire podcast. I could fucking talk your ear off league. Or put it that way.
Yeah. Do you give a fuck about the World Cup now that the Kiwis and the Kangaroos are pulled out?
Oh, I'll probably still watch it.
Yeah.
Probably not religiously.
It's a bit of an asterisk next to it with whoever wins.
Well, it's a bit of a fuck up, really, isn't it? Because I'd look at it from England's point of view. Is it England who are hosting, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So they've been given $25 million from the government for that. So it's like they can't fucking call it off. What are they going to do? Give the $25 million back? Like, they can't.
Yeah.
So you've got the two biggest players who quit on the same day at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like
apparently there was a couple hours left or something like that, and then they just
which is fucked because it's like obviously they're working in cahoots together.
Yeah.
Which is fucking bullshit. Like they both pull out at the same time. Not sure why. Either A, they're trying to get pushed back a year, or B.
Well, I thought that might have been the easiest resolution. Put it back, because my concern was now that the Kiwis and the Kangaroos gone, what does that mean for the island-based teams? And are they going to pull the pin as well?
What's going to happen to those teams? Who's going to get named in them? Because all the fucking cunts who want to play in them who wanted to play in the Kiwis and the Kangaroos,
Freed up.
they're just going to go,
That's
fuck
right.
you.
Yeah.
And then all these dudes who fucking worked their ass off to get into those island teams,
Yeah.
which are the strongest they've ever been. There's dudes who have fucking given up contracts and all sorts to play in those teams, given up opportunities to play State of O.
Yeah.
It's a fucking absolute clusterfuck.
Mm.
Then you can't have it in a year's time, like a lot of things are happening, because the Football World Cup's going to be on,
Mm.
Yeah.
and you need to basically put it on at a time where you think most people are going to be watching it. You're not going to try and compete with the biggest sporting event in the world, pretty much. I mean, the Football World Cup's like...
Yeah, it's
That's
the pinnacle.
Yeah, it is. It's like the fucking doesn't matter. That is like the most globally played game. So I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking shit. And they're going on about a whole lot of stuff, and it's like, well,
So what is that? They're calling out player welfare for the whole thing. Well, for us pulling out anyway. If we can't push it back, but I mean, surely the precautions were taken that it was. I mean, if the Olympics can go ahead,
that's exactly
then-
right. If the Olympics go ahead, a fucking rugby league. Although saying that, I mean,
Should
I've
the
played-
Olympics be going ahead?
well, who cares? Fucking. You know, there's a lot of people that are going to get medals that wouldn't normally get medals, I think.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, and like there's a whole, you know, we sent a sports psychologist over and everything because of playing with no crowd. It's like I can't even think of like how that would affect me. I wouldn't have thought it would affect me at all. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you've got no crowd. It's like, okay, cool, I won't get booed. Like, fucking
Yeah.
sweet. That's all I'd be thinking of. Like, I don't need to get fucking, you know, smoke blown up my ass. But, yeah, if the Japanese can run it is in Japan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can run an Olympics with that many people,
yeah,
surely a Rugby League World Cup. Saying that, though, I mean, we've seen in Australia how many times NRL players have fucked up.
yeah.
And that's what we
Oh,
know
I'm
about.
just saying, another fucking St. George party or something like that.
Yeah, but that's just what's been caught, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's how many people have been caught. Now, it came out Api Coruscant in the Blues camp snuck a girl in as well. That came
Yeah.
out in the news today, I think.
Yeah.
He was in hot water for a few other things. But, yeah, it's like, fuck, dude. Like, you're getting paid shitloads to play a sport, and I know there's a whole lot of other factors. I mean, it's not that simple, but for the sake of the entire NRL, you'd think they'd be like, okay,
Just fuck, mate.
why don't
Here's
we
the
just-
rules. Just
yeah, hey, it's a little bit it's inconvenient for a whole year, whatever. But yeah, it'd be tough being isolated from your family and all that kind. Well, not really. I live alone. I couldn't give a fuck. But you know, like I don't know. I think a lot of them probably have a little bit of growing up to do. But
Yeah.
it is the whole rugby league thing with the World Cup is just, I think, pretty pathetic from you know, Australia and New Zealand. Like, it's just they've fully left England holding the bag.
yeah.
Like, if that happened to us,
Be fucking
we'd
fine.
be
Yeah.
fucking spewing. We'd hate them for life.
Yeah.
If like England and Australia pulled out or something, fuck me. Next time we played them, we'd fucing kill them.
Yeah.
Like,
Or if it was Union and England and Wales pulled out or something, you know, like
yeah.
it just would be-
Well, I mean we've hosted the Rugby World Cup, and like, there's so much talk about how much it costs. Are we getting anything out of it? All
Yeah.
these things, you know. It's like I don't know, man. England have fucking limped along through the whole COVID thing.
Yeah, they've had it rough. Like,
You know, the Euros are on. They bummed out of the Euros again. I'm not trying to take the piss. Like, that would do my head in, being if you're a supporter. But yeah, now like, okay, we've got something here, something that can kind of we've got that, you know, coming up before the Football World Cup in a year's time, and then you get that happening, and you're like, fuck, that's pathetic. Oh, it's just frustrating. All of those between Australia and England, you know, you forget how fucked it is. Like,
yeah, we've had it pretty fucking kosher over here for a while
Yeah.
now.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, for another lockdown to happen, it would be absolute shock horror. You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind it.
No, that's the thing. I didn't mind. Like, it was a good time. Well, I mean, it wasn't a good time, but I mean, around the house it was a good time. But then I was working through level 3. I don't remember even what the fucking levels were anymore.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was working through level 3, and what that meant was that just the places I like to go for smoko were shut. And,
Yeah. There's a lot of things you forget when you're on lockdown. You're like, oh fuck, I can't do that. Like, it's like when you have a power cut.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
nothing to do. Oh, watch TV. Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
Yeah,
that's
my
exactly
phone's
what
about to
happens.
die,
You're like,
yeah.
you're like, oh, I'll just fucking do. Oh, I can't do that.
Hmm.
Or like, how am I going to do this? And then you start thinking, and that's when your brain starts working again. You figure out a few things. But
Mm.
I don't know. It's Australia. You look at it, it's like, and no offense to the Australians, but it's fucking starting to turn into America Part 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it's crazy.
It's like, fuck.
And the fact that they're all like banding to their states. So I thought they were, Australia was all united, but
Mm.
no,
yeah,
now
their
look-
their the political system over there is definitely a different kettle of fish than here. Fuck, it's completely, totally different setup. None of their politicians look that happy to be alive. I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they do the right thing or not. They're still going to get it in the neck because it's Australia, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a team for the State of Origin?
I do, but I don't get upset. Like, I don't like. I'm a Queensland supporter.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking. If
Yeah.
they lose, I'm not like going to work the next day going, oh god,
Yeah,
I
fuck.
can't believe it. Like,
Not
if someone,
fucking shit about it. Yeah.
oh, if someone like, even if they win, I'm not going to go and start. I'm not much of a
Hounding
skiter or
anybody.
anything like that. But I started watching State of O as a young chap on one of the Sky channels. They used to run a thing called NRL Classic Matches.
Yep.
Like, it was a Wednesday or a Tuesday
Yeah.
night at like 8 o'clock, and they used to go through all the Kiwis and Kangaroos games and all the State of O games from the early 90s and shit. That's what kind of got me into State of O. Unfortunately, playing it at fucking like 9:30 on a Wednesday is a bit of a cunt. But
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, even they decided to do Sunday games. It's still not as.
well, it's still like you've got work the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake, like, engage your brain.
That's.
Well,
I
do it
remember
on a Friday night.
I
Yeah,
remember being
surely.
young when State of Origin rolled around. It was probably like 2005 or so. I probably would have started watching it, and that was just the 3 times a year. My mum was like, "You can stay up late." I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Alright,
yeah.
sweet."
Yeah, fuck, and it always goes later, like, than you expect.
Yeah,
It's like, oh
yeah.
fuck, it's midnight for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Well, not that.
There's a
Like,
dust up,
I don't-
stoppages.
Yeah, I don't sleep much anyway, but it's like I still like to be lying in bed, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I did entertain like trying to work out the logistics. Like, well, what if they did play it at the end of the year, or what if they played one at the start of the year, one at the well, they can't play one at the start of the year. You'd have to play it at some point of mid-season. Or, having it all at the end of the year also piqued my interest. Yeah, there's no real silver bullet there. And now you look at things like the Panthers lost 2 games
They dropped. Yeah.
because of players out, and I don't give a fuck whether they went into an unbeaten streak. They're not my team, but if I was a supporter of the Panthers, that would annoy me because it's like, fuck, the only reason
Yeah.
we dropped those 2 games is because we dropped our players.
Because we're
Like,
good enough that fucking half our team's going and playing for the Blues.
Exactly, yeah. It's like the Broncos of the 90s, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they just have this like fucking powerhouse, and but then, I mean, I guess the argument can be made, the Storm have been missing players pretty much all season and managed to get it done, and Rooster have been missing players all season, but yeah, I don't know. It's just it'd be frustrating if shock, horror. Obviously, most of our Warriors aren't eligible for State of Origin, nor are they the caliber of a State of Origin player. But yeah, that was supposed to be our time to shine. Every year was the Warriors' time to capitalise on a couple of wins.
Yep.
And
No, I think
Still a roller
I
coaster.
think we've lost 7 in a row.
I'm just gonna say the boys are a bit tired. That's
Well, we're fucking injury ridden, all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff. I mean, there's heaps of problems there.
No home ground advantage or anything either. Like,
yeah.
No. Well, yeah, we've had plenty of problems over the years. As of late, probably not so much this year, but last year and the year before and the year before that, you've got an environment in a team where if you have a bad week, it doesn't really matter because there's no other fucking cunt behind you. Like, it's not like they're going to drop you. Like, who you going to put in here?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
like this is all you fucking got, and then you've got like a reserve grader who's never seen first grade in his life. It's only now that in the forwards mainly, you've got a bit of depth, and it's like,
We got it. We got it. What made the Warriors great back in the day? Our forward pack fucking sent everyone up the shit. It's like our
Yeah.
forward pack
Yeah.
was scary. We've got that again, and it's just
yeah. What the thing is, they've done it the right way because any team needs to be formed the same way. You need to form a really good forward pack to lure good good backs and or good halves and stuff, because no halves want to play behind a shit forward pack because they're just going to get fucking smashed.
Yeah.
Then good ball, go forward.
Yeah, exactly. So, they've got part of that equation right. I'm not sure. I've got nothing against Sean Johnson. I'm not sure Sean Johnson is probably the best idea. It's pretty classic Warriors looking backwards, not forwards. But I mean, options are limited. You can't convince players to come to New Zealand and live. They don't want to come to the Warriors club.
Nah.
Yeah, so
Do
you
you
either
see-
manufacture them or
Yeah. Do you see anyone outside of Melbourne or Penrith taking it out?
Sea Eagles, maybe.
Yeah, big late run. Tommy Turbo turned them around.
I'm that's like a
Big Smoky.
smoky.
Yeah.
I reckon they're the third favourites.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think they'll win, but that's I can't see Melbourne not winning it.
Yeah. Well, Penrith just got Pango Jr. for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen? Like, how the fuck does the team let Pango Jr. go? Haven't we? A lot of decisions Broncos today.
So he's off to the Dogs next year.
Yeah. Dogs are going to have a pretty good squad next year. Don't know if they'll be a very good squad, but they've got a good squad.
They got the names for a good squad.
Yeah, they've got. They'll probably have a year to work things out.
Mm.
And then it'll show how good Adokar really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's
'Cause-
not on the end of a fucking whole
Why
lot of
would
ball
you-
with Olam setting him up every.
Olam's changed his game like that. Fucking not this week, but the week before when he did that grubber to, who was it? Nico Hines.
Mm.
Holy fucking hell! Like, it's just unfair.
Yeah.
The guy. I don't know. Storm in particular are a club. Well, Panthers are getting it right, but Storm are a club where they can turn a shit player into a good one, and also
Yeah.
they can kind of more or less manufacture players. They don't really, until this year, they haven't had a marquee signing since like 2004, 2005.
Was it Michael Crocker?
Yeah, it might have been Kroger. Yeah,
Yeah.
2005, 2004 maybe. And then so they've given Xavier Coates,
Mm.
who's I think is a bit of an underachiever.
Yeah.
So even though he's in Origin, he hasn't really.
Nah, he could have been something like he's got the height to be Israel Folau. He's got some pace and everything. He's
Yeah, I just don't know if he's got the brain power.
mm.
Yeah, seems like a good guy.
Yeah. He was
But,
buzzing after fucking that. He put out that good interview after Origin
Origin last year.
Yeah.
Or was that Origin 2 or Origin 1? Can't remember. He was fucking frothing. I mean, you would be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an Aussie, you'd just be absolutely. And then, they're trying to say, oh, maybe we should do something like that for us, for like, North Island, South
Not
Island.
the
I said
same.
that would be absolutely shit.
Yeah.
Like, who
don't-
fucking cares what island you're from, really? I mean, people in Christchurch hate people in Auckland. That's about it. Like, fucking, we get it. Actually,
Yeah.
everyone hates everyone in Auckland. Like,
Yeah.
fuck. And people in Auckland don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. It's like, all right, mate, we'll just not turn up to work and fucking shut the whole country down. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Oh, you latte drinking Jaffa.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Thanks.
That's it. Should we fucking
Yeah,
rail off
so-
a bit of quickfire shit?
Yeah, Matt Jordan. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. We just want to end it off with, we're going to rapid fire 10 alcohols at you. You're going to just give us a bit of an ad lib or
Okay.
a first word response on what you think of them. Heineken.
Probably one of the biggest poser drinks there is. Tastes like grass. Gives you a fucking terrible hangover. Not bad for a couple of wets. I wouldn't go out and probably buy a box though.
Corona.
Probably ultimate poser beer. Personally gives me acid reflux. Any type of beer you have to add something to it, like fucking lime or lemon, then mate, what the fuck are you doing with yourself? You're literally putting fruit in your drink. Don't be a fuckwit. It's not that good. It's not worth
Cody's?
the course. Oh, too sweet. I don't understand people who drink it are the people who complain on Facebook, like, why does all these bad things always happen to me? Well, look into your fucking right hand, cunt. That's why it's happening.
Smirnoff Black Ice.
That's the first time you're going to do anal with your missus, when she's smoking back a couple of those, because that stuff turns people into horrible, horrible animals. Probably one of the pioneer drinks to literally get girls absolutely off their fucking head. Dangerous.
Export Gold.
Horrible. Each to their own. I don't care if you drink it. Don't take offence, but yeah, fuck, not my cup of tea. I can drink it. I'd never turn down a free beer. Horrendous hangovers.
Steinlager.
That is a man's beer. That is a man's beer. A lot of people don't like it. They go, it's a head splitter. I'll tell you what, you drink enough of it, mate. You get used to it. You don't get those fucking hangovers. It is a nice session beer.
A tawny port.
Don't drink it hot. That's all I can say about that. Don't drink it hot, and just get ready. Don't make sure you don't have to do anything with heavy machinery, because that stuff does, like a kettle, will get your temperature up.
Pals.
Hey, I'm on the lawn and having a good day, and I'll smash back a Pal. A Pal's a very dangerous drink. You can't taste the piss in it. If I'm going to have one, I'll have a green one. I won't. I'll save it from too much ridicule due to Jay Reeve. Maybe be upset with me if I lowered his stocks, because my opinion is held that highly.
Jameson's.
Oh, that's fighting words. Drop a couple of Jamesons, mate. You better be getting the fucking knuckle dusters out. Not a bad drop, depending on what you're getting. If you're going top shelf, certainly less is more.
Yeah.
And last one, Line Red.
A-class. It is the quintessential New Zealand drop. Anyone who says it's shit beer might be right. I don't know. Each to their own, but I like it, and I don't give a fuck if you don't.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, sweet, man. Thanks for this episode. Do you want to run through the fucking...
Follow us on Off Topic Chat, Instagram, email us at offtopicjandy@gmail.com if you've got any questions or...
Yeah. And where can people find you, man?
SPM with Matt Jordan on Facebook, same with Insta, and on, if you're interested in gambling and stuff, Matt Jordan SPM on Twitch, or Degeneration Nation on Facebook, which is another one, or Idiotic Punts, which is another one.
Sweet as, man. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it, bro.
Good.
Good to have your time. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Later.
See ya.
Good night, eh?